Noah Road, good day. I just wanted to come on here with a video to recommend cooking yams in a crock pot rather than cooking them in a stove. The reason I started cooking them in a crock pot rather than the stove is because I have a gas stove, and I went to use it and I noticed there were some fumes that I just kind of left a taste in my mouth, and I'm really sensitive to fumes and stuff. And usually I've had electric stoves whenever I had apartments. So I said, nah, I'm not going to do it. And I just decided, let me try putting the yams in the crock pot. And I did it, and in about 3 hours, after cutting them in half, putting about 1 inch of water at the bottom, I tried it, and I was really surprised at how well they turned out. Really fantastic. The skin turns out a lot better, and it's really like tender. And when you cut into it, as you can see here, look at how nice the color retains. And I think because it cooks a little slower and it's a little less harsh, it more than likely, I can't prove it, but I think it's probably more than likely that they actually retain some nutrients that they might not retain if you cook them in the oven. And you can wrap them in aluminum foil to keep the skin soft, but we all know aluminum foil is not very good to have in contact with food, especially when it's been heated for 1.5 hours. So, and if you put them in the oven without the tin foil, then the skin is like really, really hard, really tough and leathery, and the inside, as opposed to cutting really clean like that, it seems to just kind of mush. So I just wanted to make a quick video, because I always like to give tips on, if I could just, I don't know, contribute a tiny bit of advice that people can use to maybe perhaps eat a little healthier. I want to be able to do that. And this is one way that I've learned to eat a little healthier, incorporating yams rather than white potatoes or noodles, and to have cooked yams like this on hand in the refrigerator, waiting, ready, and available. And you can kind of use that in your food once or twice a day. That's what I do, and I recommend it, and I think it's a healthy alternative. And you know, all of these foods that have starch in them, when you cook them and then you put them in the refrigerator, I think, what is it called? It doesn't spike the insulin as much. So that's actually kind of interesting. So if you cook rice and you eat it right, fresh from the pot, it spikes your insulin. If you take it out of the pot, put it in the refrigerator, and it gets cold and it sits overnight in the refrigerator, and then you go and you reheat it, it doesn't spike the insulin as much. That's a fact that I've learned from nutritionalists. And the same thing I would only assume applies to something like this. But yams don't spike your insulin even while fresh as much as the white potato, and it has more nutrients. And in my opinion, this is the best way that I found to cook it. I'm sure it is. I mean, just look at that. It's not all mushy. It just cuts so clean. Look at how nice that color is. It's about 2.5 to 3 hours. I cut them in half. Maybe even 2 hours they could be done. About 1 inch of water on high, and it's great. So anyways, I just wanted to also say hi to everybody, and my few listeners, hello, how are you all? I hope you have a lovely day, and I'm sending thoughts and well wishes and positive energy your way. Okay, Noah Road, over and out for now.